Check one. Check one. Check two. Let's go live. Oh yeah. Check one. Check two. Check one. Check two. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Report. My name is Marcus Conte. Today is August 20th in the year 2024. Broadcasting live from the great late United States of America. Wherever you are, it's always morning. What a day, what a day, what a day to be alive. What a day to be alive. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the program, everybody. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Wrong way. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Marcus Conte reporting. Good morning. What a rather interesting evening watching the DNC convention. My, how time passes and how people have absolutely no memory of anything, really. That's one of the tragedies of getting old. Right? It's not that you lose your memory or your mind. It's that you have more memory and more mind to deal with. Right? Having witnessed the, of late modern history, Hillary Clinton battling Barack Obama in 2008, losing, accusing, of nefarious activities. The elections were rigged. Moving on to 2016, where Hillary Clinton came back and tried to beat Donald Trump, disaster. And now Hillary Clinton and even Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, the pulse of the young wing of the Democratic Party, are on the stage promoting Kamala Harris, who, it's almost like a shadow government. We don't really know what Kamala Harris wants to do or what she plans, what her policy plans are, or what her higher vision for America is. I know we know that she's for black women, right? But aside from that, what about the country? Put the social nonsense aside. I know it's not nonsense it's important to a lot of people. Gender, abortion rights, and race, and such. But those are not the. I hate to break the news to you, but those are not the the policies that really matter on a global stage. What matters is foreign policy. How are you going to deal with a hostile world, a loving world, often misconstrued as a hostile world. People like China and Russia, beautiful places. The world is full of beautiful places and beautiful people, right? Wouldn't you love to just meander around in China, right? You can do that, in your life. You can go to China and nobody's going to bother you. You could see it. You can land in Beijing, have a walk. And yeah, maybe some people will follow you around, seeing what you're up to. But you get to see these beautiful parts of the world, and then you come here, and it's like everything is vilified to win an election, to win power. That's really what it's about. Politics. When I watched the DNC convention last night, day one, all I saw was power. Right? We want power. Let's get power. Right? Let's put all our differences aside for power. And what are you going to do with that power once you get it? Well, it doesn't really matter what you do with it in their mind. It's like, we have power. Let's use it. Right? We'll use it for the things that we want to get. Like power. is really what the DNC said. I didn't hear anything. I mean, I had to. I mean, it was tough to watch. Joe Biden. They pushed Joe Biden out. I was going to watch Joe Biden at like 9 o'clock, I guess, and I was awake. I was watching it, and then it never happened. So I turned it off. And it turns out Hillary Clinton and Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez pushed Biden all the way back to 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, that's almost midnight in New York. Most people that work, they got to get up early. They're not going to sit up and watch Joe Biden. They're already fucking half asleep, and Joe Biden puts the other half to sleep. But Hillary Clinton and Ocasio-Cortez, as if to rub salt in the wound. Not only did they take away Joe Biden's candidacy, for obvious reasons, I think we all agree with that, but also they pushed him out of the prime time. So nobody really saw. Because, look, if Joe Biden would have spoke before Hillary Clinton and Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, a lot of people would have clicked it off, because Joe Biden went on for like an hour. And who could sit through that, right, with a straight face, right? So Joe Biden is slowly fading. He doesn't seem to be, all right, there's no blackout moments yet. He's still, people are concerned that he's the active sitting president, and that he might not be fully competent at the wheel. But so far, it looks like just like an old man, right? You know, it's like the Godfather. Oh, no, you got to talk to my son, Michael, right? He's like the aging Godfather, and he's pushing all his dirt down the trove. Right? Why the fuck is Hillary Clinton? Do people even remember? The young people even remember Hillary Clinton? Think about who they put in the prime spot, right? The prime spot on day one was supposed to be Joe Biden, and they pushed him back to 11:30, and they gave you Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, because, again, most of Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez's crowd is out in the street breaking and bashing and smashing things, which they didn't really do last night. There wasn't many riots that I saw. There's one clip, Zero Hedge caught, or whoever reported that there was some break-ins breaking down the barrier. Right? They have a giant barrier around the complex, the DNC complex in Chicago. And they're not letting anybody in. Right? You can't get near the fucking complex. Democracy in place. You can't get near it. It's a security risk. All the people stay out. Go home and sit and watch it on television. Watch what we present you and nothing more. Right? No involvement. Right? So there was a couple of breaches in security, and obviously minimal arrests. Mainstream media overlooked it, right? But hey, January 6th, that was an insurrection. That was an attempt to overthrow the government. That was an attempt to obstruct an official proceeding. But the Democrats and in all their hypocrisy, I found it shocking that Kamala Harris was on this. Not Kamala Harris, but Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez was on stage, and she said that the Republicans, all they want to do is enrich themselves and their billionaire friends. What is different between the Republican Party and the Democratic Party doing that? It seems that the Democrats are more nefarious in the way they do it. Right? They don't want you to know that they're doing it. Whereas the Republicans just say, oh, this is what we do, you know? But the audacity, right, of Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, who was elected on a Bernie Sanders platform of getting money out of politics, there's no more talk about any of that anymore. Now it's just like those billionaires are running everything, right? While the Democrats continue to take the money which is, a corruption of sorts, right? So we'll look at this. We'll look at some of these speeches. Hillary Clinton, Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, Joe Biden, right? Does any of this affect Trump? Is it moving the pendulum forward in terms of the election? I don't know. Cheeseburger says Hillary will be 40 years old in another 90 years. Miss T-Rex, elder abuse. Cheeseburger says they did a coup. They did a coup, yeah. And Joe Biden's okay with that, right? Joe Biden set up a campaign and spent $100 million. And then Kamala Harris came in and hijacked it with no policy, no nothing. Just a big fake smile. Right? The way they smiled at each other. Oh, they're all so happy. All of a sudden, they're also so fucking... They're all so happy. Right? So, there's my thumbnail today. There they are, all three of them. There's Hillary, Alessandra Ocasio-Cortez, and Joe Biden. Ladies and gentlemen, your Democratic Party. My name is Marcus Conte. I got a website every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States of America, where we're broadcasting live every morning, 9 a.m. Monday through Thursday. If you want to help the program, if you want to contribute, and you got a couple of $1 million laying around, you want to promote something great, you want to get involved in something great, Zell it over to shorthappylife@gmail.com. I'll give you a mention, and we'll keep things rolling. Also, PayPal, Patreon. These are the ways to support the program. And if you're watching, maybe the first time, consider making a little donation, and we'll keep the ball rolling, because who knows how long you can last without sustenance. So let's start here. The beautiful, wonderful, amazing granddaughter of Donald Trump is making waves. You saw her at the RNC convention, and she was talking about golf with Grandpa. And so it looks like we have a potential professional golfer in the making. University of Miami golf team has recruited Kai, Donald Trump's eldest granddaughter, to smack the ball 400 yards. It looks like she's going to be a real player. This is a good story, good news, right? There she is, 17 years old, right? Prime, right? Premium right now. The best condition of your life at 17, right? You're only going to get stronger and faster and a better eye, more skilled. So by the time she's 21, she's going to be breaking records. There she is with Grandpa. And that's the Kai we remember at the convention. So great news. Congratulations to the girl. We're following her golf career. Also in good political news, here's meet Atlas Vance. Now that's not Atlas. That's Yucca. What a fucking name is. That's Vance's down down there. That's Vance's wife. But there's the dog. Oh, shit, that's Atlas. All right, so J.D. Vance, that's his wonderful wife, and the dog, they have a German Shepherd. All right, introducing Atlas Vance. He's not quite a puppy anymore. He's 9 months old. That's a nice dog, right? Nice dog. And he's got the full run of of Trump's plane. Right? I don't know. Trump's like, hey JD, I don't want that dog running around on my plane. Make sure he doesn't take a shit anywhere. Right? You know that Trump had that conversation with Vance. Vance is like, hey Donald, can I bring my dog? I think it'll be good PR. People will love to see my new dog on the plane. Do you mind if I bring the dog with me? The fucking dog. Dog is on the plane, no leash. Right? Beautiful dog. Right? If only they didn't bark so persistently. I think I'd like dogs more. I do like dogs. Right? The thing that I don't like about dogs is the is the when you leave them alone, which people often do, they bark uncontrollably and persistently, right? And I think that's a problem. That's a fucking annoyance to all of your neighbors. But the pooch on the plane, yeah, there you go. There's the Trump campaign, bunch of monsters. Guy's got a fucking beautiful dog, beautiful granddaughter, golfer. And so what else? So what's going on at the DNC? Welcome everybody, by the way. Vinny DiMartini in the house. What's up, Vinny? Vinny on the wrench. Born Vicarious is here. Cheeseburger, how are you? How are you? David Brown, everybody else. Miss TRX is here. Fear Porn, David Brown, Zit Cooter, my brother. Welcome everybody to the show. Michael McDonald, good morning. So I talked about I mentioned a security perimeter breach at the DNC by protesters. What did they do? Let's find out. So here we see some protesters. Looks like mostly they'll claim to be media, piling through a barrier because they all want to get the shot. They all want to get that picture. And because they're pressed, they won't get beat up as bad. There's some more. It's police pushing them back. So where's the outrage? Where is the outrage? Where are the... I'm fucking living in my house. So look what they did. They charted. They built a perimeter around the joint. All the way around the joint, there's fucking steel gates, and concrete. You can't get near the convention. No going in for a soda. Nothing but cops and bats and helmets. Welcome to America, everybody who's watching this. Right? You think of it as you think America, it's a land of opportunity, freedom, and democracy. Well, this is what democracy looks like. The DNC convention is surrounded by space and fucking police with bats and helmets and guns. Pushing in. Here's some more. Here they come. Here they come. Gonna get some smashing helmets. Let's see. What's this? Whose streets? Our streets. Hey, that's a big foul right there. That's a foul. I'm crying foul. Got any smashing heads? They all claim to be media. I'm media. Don't hit me with the hammer. I'm media. If I have a camera, I'm media. Minimal arrests. Let's see this guy's press pass. Oh, who's he pressed for? Let's see his press pass. Who is this guy? This guy's a phony. He's got a phony press pass. I got a phony press pass. Because there's no such thing. You're either press or you're not. You claim to be press. So this is big. Look, there's rows and rows. These are riot cops. They got cops behind them in case the riot cops fall down. I don't see any smash, but there's a lot of opportunity to... a lot of people looking for opportunities for photos. What else? There we go. There's nothing really to report. Nothing really to report on the riots. The riots and it's still too early in the day. You got to get them late at night. Late at night, that's when the smashing starts. Right? So any breaking, any look at some of the imagery, right? You got blood on your hands. Their biggest issue is Gaza. Right? The biggest issue is Free Palestine. And I didn't see any of this at the DNC convention. And there's all the young people. When you see the videos of the DNC convention, you say to yourself, where's all the young people? And, well, here they are. They're all outside protesting, screaming and yelling that we don't like what's going on. Did they win the young vote? Have the Democrats confirmed their young... are these Democrats, by the way? The people protesting here, are these Democrats? Are these people that would run out and vote for the Democratic Party? Are they voting for Hillary Hillary Harris, or excuse me, fucking Camilla Clinton? I don't know. Probably not. So some stuff happening outside of the DNC convention. What's happening in America? New polls out on Real Clear Politics. Pennsylvania. Trump versus Harris. Trump by 1. The tables are turning back to Trump. National, Trump-Harris. Morningstar. Morning Consultant says Harris by 4. I don't know about that. New Hampshire, Trump by Harris by 7. Oh my God. That's the latest polls. Nothing really later. The rest were ABC, CBS yesterday. All Harris. Pretty firm on Harris. Looks like Harris is winning. So the polls aren't really shifting tremendously. The Democrats, historically, any party that has their convention, love them or hate them, tends to get a bump after the convention or during the convention. So this should be Harris should be up. This is normal. Coming out of a convention, people are starting to forget about Trump immediately, the undecided people, and then they'll after the convention they'll both be in the same seat, all through late August, September, October. It's a lot of months, right? A lot can change in that time, right? So still too close to call. Trump was up big during his convention. Kamala Harris is up. Not as big during her convention, and this is a hotly contested number right here. Trump is up by 1 in the great state of Pennsylvania, and if that is, if that's an indication, if Trump wins Pennsylvania, Ohio, which he's way up in Ohio, and he could pull off Michigan or pull off in Arizona. I think it's over. Yeah, Ohio, Trump by 7. Michigan, Harris still edging him out. And as I said, Ramson at one point had Harris up by 1 in Pennsylvania. So it's still tight. It's still tight. Do we believe any of these polls completely? I don't know. I don't really know. I think that you have to look at a lot of them all at once, right? Don't look at just one. If you look at just New York Times, or if you look just at Fox, you may get a distorted view. But let's assume the polls are fairly close. And so, oh my God, here we go.
And hate has no safe harbor.
We'll watch Joe Biden's speech with the volume low. Ugh. That was a pretty big crowd. Let's look at the crowd.
I just lost part of my soul.
My soul.
But I ran with a deep conviction. In America, I know and believe in an America where honesty, dignity, decency still matter. An America where everyone has a fair...
Honesty, dignity, and what else did he say? Still matter? What is the alternative?
But I ran with a deep conviction. In America, I know and believe in an America where honesty...
Honesty, okay.
Dignity.
Dignity.
Decency.
Honesty, dignity, and decency, right, still matter. All right. What is Joe actually saying? Do you ever break these speeches down and you try to figure out what he's saying? Honesty, dignity, and what does that mean, really? Be nice to people. Be nice to yourself. Be a nice person, right? They matter. Well, what's the alternative? Being a miserable son of a bitch, Joe?
Still matter. And America, where everyone has a fair shot and hate has no safe harbor.
Hey, look at that audience. A few empty seats down here, it looks like. This shit puts me to sleep.
Where the fundamental creed of this nation, that all of us are created equal.
Okay, Joe is not. Joe, they shot him up. It's way past his bedtime. It's 11 p.m. He can handle that because he's sleeping all day. He's sleeping on the plane. Joe, they wake Joe up at 11. Joe, it's time to go on. Joe, they pushed you back to, you're out of prime time. Stay in bed. Right? He may have been having a bad day, Joe. Joe was like, just put on Hillary and Ocasio. So here we go, man. It's fucking Hillary Clinton.
Please open the doors wide for good-paying jobs, and yes, she will restore abortion rights nationwide.
Hillary Clinton's speech was all about women. It was all about the woman. That's all she cares about. That's all Hillary Clinton is there. Hillary Clinton is there to promote the woman vote. All right? Now I get it. All right. Why pick Hillary and why pick Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez to go on before the headliner, which was supposed to be Joe Biden? Hillary Clinton speaks to the tried and true woman, right? Whatever that means, the feminist, the female, the XX, right? She speaks to that crowd, and because that was her platform in 2016, first woman president, right? And then Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez speaks more to the under 30 crowd, which seems really inaccessible to the Democrats right now. They can't really access those people. I think Tim Walz was a good idea. That quieted a lot of them down. Why? Because Tim Walz represents a lot of the progressive left's policies, right? Things like, free tuition at city and state universities, trying to minimize the money in politics. It used to be get money out of politics. Now it's just, minimize it. Free tuition. What else? Expunge student loans. Tampons in the boys' bathroom. You need that, right? Boys need. What would boys do with tampons in the fucking bathroom anyway? Right? Blow your nose with it. Right? I got a bloody nose. I'm going to use that tampon. There's no toilet paper left. Joe, use the toilet. Use the tampon. Use the tampon. Hillary Clinton. Like I said, it's like people have no memory, right? This is one of the most divisive characters. This is one of the most divisive characters in American politics, and there she is, all of these years later, as if nothing happened. There's no problem here. She actively fucking, organized a coup against the leader, Bernie Sanders. You talk about a knockdown, drag-out election, 2016 primary, Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton has done nothing but run vicious, vindictive, aggressive campaigns. Like first against Barack Obama, then against Bernie Sanders, and ultimately against Trump, where she lost. She's a loser. Hillary Clinton, the loser.
Murderers and drug traffickers. She will never rest in defense of our freedom and safety.
David Brown says Hillary should campaign with Harris on the cackle tour. Right? Right? They should both, right? Just laugh for 10 minutes. Right? Go on, draw the crowd, and get up there and just cackle and laugh at each other. Right?
Donald Trump fell asleep at his own trial, and when he woke up, He made his own kind of history, the first person to run for president with 34 felony convictions.
See, she's very happy. She's very proud of that. Right? Hillary Clinton's very proud that they got Donald. I told you he was the felon and not me. Shit show.
As vice president.
How do you cheer this woman on? Where do you? I mean, for me, I would be like, I'm a New Yorker. We stare at people when we don't know what they're talking about in a crowd. I tell you, man, if this was a true crowd, if this was an unbiased anybody crowd, they'd be ignoring her. Who would pay attention to this? Really? Who cares what Hillary Clinton is saying? Is anything she's saying super exciting enough to get people on their feet? No.
Kamala sat in the Situation Room.
Chance of lock him up. They're talking about Trump. Lock him up. Remember when they said lock her up? You remember when the chants were lock her up? Now it's lock him up. My, how times have changed.
But we also know, as Vice President, Kamala sat in the Situation Room and stood for America's values. I know what it takes, and I can tell you, as Commander-in-Chief, Kamala won't disrespect our military and our veterans.
All right, so there's Hillary Clinton. What else we got?
And prescriptions. She is asked for the middle class.
This is your Democratic Party right here. There they are.
Because she is from the middle
I wonder if Pelosi's going to speak.
class. She understands the urgency of rent checks and groceries.
All right, so Hillary Clinton was put up there to get the women vote. I don't know if she did it or not. The middle-aged lesbians, I guess. Late-age lesbians. And Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is going for the college kids, the younger, under 30 crowd, people that work in gas stations and
She is as committed to our reproductive and civil rights as she is to taking on corporate greed.
Oh, corporate greed.
And she is working tirelessly.
See, that's what they do now. They say taking on corporate greed. It used to be very specific. Get the money out of politics. Get the money out of politics. Prevent the politicians from taking the money, right? Now it's corporate greed. It's both, right? Corporations are greedy, but they are in business to make more money. Politicians are not in business to make more money. Politicians, like Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, is supposed to be in business to help the American people pass laws that are fair for them. So you saw that switchity switch right there.
To secure a ceasefire in Gaza and bringing hostages home. In Kamala
Camera flashes to the blacks. Oh, there's the blacks. See, we're winning the blacks.
Harris, I see a leader who understands.
Do you?
I see a leader with a real commitment to a better future for working families. And Chicago, we have to help her win. Because we know that Donald Trump would sell this country for $1 if it meant lining his own pockets and greasing the palms of his Wall Street friends. And I, for one, am tired of hearing about how a two-bit union buster thinks of himself as more of a patriot than the woman who fights every single day to lift working people out from under the boots of greed, trampling on our way of life. The truth is, Don, you cannot love this country if you only fight for the wealthy and big business.
Right. We all know these things. Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, you were elected as a Justice Democrat to go in there and try to change it. And what have you become? You've become, I don't know, you've become Hillary Clinton. They're inseparable, right? You're Joe Biden, you're Hillary Clinton, you're Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. Congratulations, you made your way to the brilliant minds at Young Turks. Congratulations for your pick. She has become just like all of the rest. She gets in there, and you can't even tell her, 8 years later, you can't even tell her apart. She looks just like the rest of them. How's the markets doing? How the market's handling? Ding! Oh, ding, ding, ding. We're open. 9:37 New York time. Markets are open. And looks like a red start. No, yeah. Dow down 89 points. NASDAQ down 2. S&P 500 down not even a point. So we're at the open. It looks like flat to slightly down open. Microsoft's enduring dominance offers a critical market lesson. Yeah, okay. And that, in more opinion. Donald J. Trump stock up 4 cents. Give him a chair. 3 cents, 4 cents. DJT, 22.28 a share. Is Trump going to beat these dirty Democrats? Watch for this stock to surge. At least 2 people think so. I don't know. And Rivian down 13 cents. Tesla up 3. And NVIDIA down $1. So technology, it looks pretty much like a mixed open. All the way down the ladder. Retail looking good. Target and Walmart both up. The cancer seller, Philip Morris, I watch once in a while, has been it's been in his range like $75 to $100 for years. It's not going anywhere. Bitcoin. Oh my God, Bitcoin is up 1,500 today to 60,000 a share. The high was 70, right? So we're at 60 right now. Went down the wrong pipe. Boeing. Excuse me. I don't want to cough in your ear. Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, Boeing. Those are your Boeing taking a beating, boy. Boeing down $4 today. All right, so markets are, we're going to call this a mixed open. And Trump is rallying off the bottom, 11 cents. And so that's all I got today. Thank you all for joining me. Short program today. Happy Tuesday to you. I don't know. Has the Democratic convention, not just in the fact that there is a Democratic convention happening, but what's happening inside of that convention, has the events in Chicago last night moved the electoral pendulum at all in any way, towards the Democrats or away from the Democrats? It's hard to tell at this point. No, there's really no movement. In fact, you might argue, because the polls have clicked slightly in favor of Trump, you might say that the RNC convention is a bust. And if the polls continue to tighten for Trump or lean Trump, then I would say that that's the trajectory all the way into November. You'll see Trump continue to surge in the polls unless something ridiculous happens. Another bullet where he can't speak. The bullet hits him this time. A fascinating election. When history looks back on it, we're all kind of, as it's happening, you don't realize what's happening. But the lead up to this election was fascinating. Democrats tried to lock Donald Trump up. They tried to prosecute him. They smeared him every possibility they got, trying to call him. You see Hillary Clinton calling him a convicted felon, right? They tried that. They tried to kill him. Right? They couldn't get him. Right? They could not get Donald Trump. Right? 2 days before the RNC convention, bullet to the fucking face, to the ear. Right? Was that all part of the plan? I think history will record it that way because it happened that way. Right? There was a massive breach in security in Butler, Pennsylvania, enough to allow some psychopath to get on a roof and fire off a gun load of shots at Trump 150 yards away, right? And then, and 34 felony convictions. Right? Are we going to forget all about these things? Is there any end to the corruption that we're seeing? A candidate, Kamala Harris, the coup of the sitting president for the next election cycle, and the exalting of the vice president, black woman Kamala Harris, being exalted to the to the candidate position without a single vote. These are all kind of remarkable, leaps forward in America, if they are forward. But they're giant leaps going somewhere. Are we leaping closer to no elections at all? Just the Democrats pick and the Republicans pick. And your opinion, fuck you. Right? We don't care. So, I don't know, man. So thank you all for joining me, and see you guys tomorrow. Marcus Conte reporting.